And there we go. We are live. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, my fellow comic book collectors. My name is Chris. This is my channel, We Love Comics. And Harvey, I see you're already here, so welcome. And this is another one of those last-minute videos, but I thought I would do some unboxings and show you 4 more comics that I think you guys should get. In my opinion, while they are fairly inexpensive, because if these rumors turn out to potentially be true, you know what happens immediately after some kind of announcement. One thing I always want to make sure when it comes to any speculation comics, there are risks involved, there are no guarantees, and it also depends on your own research. So make sure you know what you're buying, make sure you know what the grades are and what the prices are for those ranges. Make sure you do your homework, because if you don't put in the effort, you know, it's harder to reap the rewards. I also want to remind people I am still selling my mystery boxes and those comics you've seen in other videos. The link is in the description, and I just put it here in the live chat. If anybody could share those links, it will help. It's helping us move, and also helps with our cat Luna. I want to remind anybody that we are officially moving. If it all goes according to schedule, we just made the payment for the house. We got to get the movers and find out how much that's going to cost. That's going to be between $3,000 and $4,000. But if anybody's looking to order any mystery boxes or any of my comics, we're going to be leaving on, like I said, as long as all goes to schedule, on the 15th of September. So if you're looking to order any of my comics or anything, get it as soon as you can, because once we move, there's going to be a little delay. So this way you won't have to wait. So check out those links if you're interested in Agent Oink Oink. I like that. Thank you very much. And a quick update on Luna. She is doing better. We ended up, when she has with her diabetes and other stuff that she has, I'm going to put on the camera, she's very susceptible to any kind of infection. And it's going to be harder for her to fight any infection where something simple could kill her. Now, we've been sending her to the vet, and they're doing some tests, but in the meantime, we had some antibiotics that we had left over from the last time, and I just thought it was a good idea to give it to her, and she's getting back to normal again. You know, this is going to be a forever thing with her, so, like I said, selling these comics is also helping for her insulin, medicines, and all natural foods that we're buying her, so you are supporting, helping Luna and us move. Alright, so enough people are here. I got 4 unboxings I'm going to do. These are books that I think you should get. Most of them you could probably get pretty cheap. You know, like I said, make sure you do your homework so you know what you're looking for. So this way, you're not sitting there wondering, did I overspend? Did I get something? And remember, ultimately, a comic's got to make you happy. So if you're not happy with what you're getting, you have to ask yourself, was it worth purchasing? So that is a big factor, so make sure you enjoy what it is you are collecting. So, hopefully it's not freezing on you guys. I'm seeing it's a delay here on my end, so let me know if you guys are experiencing that. I'm going to try and shut down a couple of things before I start. Maybe that'll help speed it up a little bit. So, hopefully you guys are seeing this, otherwise that's going to be a little frustrating. But yeah, that's YouTube for you. Alright, can you guys see me? Put it in the comments section if you guys can see me, because my end is like, it's on a crawl. Okay, so they're saying they're good. Alright, so let's unbox the first one. Of course. Okay, so people are saying it's not on. Okay, so it's just my end. That's fine. Alright, so of course I always tell you the prices. Now, of course, that is going to vary. I always tell people, search for deals, hunt for deals. When you see these videos, don't be like some people, well, they'll just instantly go and buy the first one they see. If you're not willing to do the homework, well, don't be surprised that you don't end up happy more times than you are upset. So, I always tell people it's on you to do the right thing. Do your homework. Don't just take my word or anybody else's word. You want to make sure you put in the effort. Because remember, like they say, you get what you give. And I don't know what this person did, but actually, they taped the lid of this onto where the comic is. So that's always fun. Another one of those wonderful packages. There's the protection. I'll tell you. And another thing I highly recommend, and as you can see, it doesn't always work. Contact the seller. Tell them how you would like the comic to be potentially shipped. And a lot of times they will listen, because not everybody knows how to mail a comic. And you've seen with several of my videos that is the case. Alright, so here's the first book that I would recommend. I've shown this one before. This is Rise of the Midnight Suns number 28. This is one of 6. This is the first issue. This is a bagged issue, but this one's not bagged. But it did come with the poster. And the reason I got this, it was signed by Joe Kubert. Now, this is the first appearance of Lilith. So there are rumors that she could potentially either appear in a movie or a TV show. You know, these things can change. So please keep that in mind. But for the price I paid for this, I mean, you could get these in the dollar store. But because I got this one, it was already autographed and signed. And I have a couple of... There you go. I have a couple of his signatures, so I could tell that is definitely legit. Or as legit as I think it could be. I only paid $12.76 for this book. And that is including shipping and handling. So, The Rise of the Midnight Suns, I was telling people probably over a year ago to get those books. And, you know, take it with a grain of salt. Whether you think I'm just lucky or I actually knew what I was talking about. Those of you who got it a while ago are saving money. So those books are probably going to be around the $10 range on eBay. But like I said, check your local comic stores. You might even find them in the dollar bin. Look at yard sales. I mean, you're limited to your own imagination. Look at flea markets. Check on Craigslist. Maybe do some trades. But these are books that are very inexpensive. So if it ends up they don't pan out, well, you know, you didn't, you know, sell the farm to get them. You know, everybody, of course, wants, you know, first appearance of Venom or the first appearance of Spider-Man or something like that. But you got to pay to play. So sometimes, especially if you don't have a lot of income, and right now I can't spend thousands of dollars on books because, you know, the whole move. Sometimes you got to take the chance on lower priced books. Because if this $12 book, let's say there is a movie or a TV show and this person ends up in it, well, you ended up... Ooh, there's supposed to be 2 of these. Okay, and there is. Okay. You end up... That $10 book could become a $40 book. You know, that's... You're not going to retire off that, but hey, anytime you could sell a book for more than what you paid for it, and it helps you get other books, or maybe pays a bill or two, you know, I'll leave that up to you to make that decision. Alright, so here's comic number 2. I got 2 of these. This is definitely a book you might want to consider. This is Coffin Bound issue number 1. Now, I showed some other ones in the other video I made earlier last week, so check that out if you want to see what that one is. But this is the Mike Chrome exclusive variant. This is limited to only 400 copies. So you know these days with Image, almost everything seems almost a guarantee that it's going to be, you know, taken up for a movie or a TV show. And you never know what ends up being a hit. So I ended up getting 2 of these. And these are in really good condition. These could potentially be 9.8s, but, you know, you never assume. But love this cover. I love the pencil art. I love when art looks very realistic. But like I said, this is limited to only 400 copies. I paid $20.16 a piece. You're probably going to spend about the $30 to $40 range, but I think it's worth taking a chance on, because if, and I say if there's a TV show or a movie, probably a TV show most likely, because that's what they do most of the time, most people are going to have just the cover A or one of the other little variants. These rare ones are the ones that people are going to want. So, in my opinion, getting some of the rare ones are worth taking the chance on. So I'm going to post also, again, the link, because if you're just getting here now, I am still selling my mystery boxes. I only have 1 gold bar left. I sold the others, and prices keep going up. So the person that bought them, they are already up about $100 an ounce on both gold and palladium. But I only have 1 left that I'm willing to sell. But I'm still selling my comics. And again, if you're getting them, try and get them before the 15th, because once we move, it's going to be a little while because we have to set up cable and, get the electricity in our name and everything like that. So the link is in the description. I will also put it in the first comment. I'll pin it to the comments in the video. And let's get to the next book. So this is another book. Any of these in this series are worth getting, but this is definitely one that people may not be considering. And if this individual ends up in a TV show, well, you know what's going to happen to these prices of these books. So again, you want to try and get them when they are cheaper, not when they are more expensive. I've talked about issue number 20 on this one already. And you'll know as soon as when I show it, what I'm talking about. And I paid exactly what they paid, so that's cool. This is like a 4.0-ish kind of grade, 4.5. But this is Adventures into Fear, number 10. This is the first solo Man-Thing cover. Well, not cover, but the first Man-Thing solo appearance. Now, Adventures into Fear number 20 is the first Morbius solo. So that's another book you might want to consider. But this book is going to probably be overlooked at this point. I paid $25 for this. As you can see, either they were selling it for $25 or that's what they paid for it. You're probably going to pay a little bit more than that, but hey, you never know. You could find a deal, because I always say, even if they have no best offer, you can always ask and say, hey, I saw you're selling this for $40. Would you be willing to take $30? Sometimes they say yes, so take the chance on it. All right, so last but not least, this one's going to be the most expensive, but expensive is way under $100. So this is definitely within the range of most people. Obviously, if you can find a deal, try and get it. But this is a variant of a book that I showed earlier this week. And I'm trying to find where the heck to open this darn thing. There we go. Sometimes they tape it a little too good, but I'd rather have it taped too good than taped horrible, because trust me, we've all had those. Alright, so they even threw in some X-Force cards, a Deadpool, and a Cable, which is kind of cool, because that comes from that bagged issue, so it's the first ever Deadpool card. So I'll show that. Okay. They taped these pretty good. So luckily, even with the packaging, everything seems to be in good condition. Alright, and guys, don't forget, if you'd be so kind, if you hit the like button and the share button, it definitely helps. Because with selling all this stuff to get the house, I mean, I lost a lot of subscribers and stuff like that. It shows that some people are just here for these kind of videos, which is why this has almost 90, which I appreciate. But, let me show you the cards. So they threw in these two cards. Obviously, if you have the bagged issue that these came in, you would know exactly what these are. Alright, so let me look at this. They threw in an extra book. I've never heard of this before. When I saw this, I'm like, uh-oh. So this isn't one of the books. That's just the throw-in. But these are the books that you may want to consider because of the limited print run. This is Dead End Kids number 1. This is the San Diego Comic-Con variant from Source Point Press. There is the regular, and then the black and white sketch variant. This one, limited to 100 copies. This one is limited to 25 copies. So only 24 of these are left in existence. If Dead End Kids ends up becoming something amazing, this is going to probably be the most sought after book out of all of the ones there are. I mean, just this alone, only 100 of these were printed. That's a very extremely low print run. This one has 25. So I was able to get one of these books, the set. Definitely one, if you could pick it up, I paid $54.25 a piece. So with shipping and handling, a little bit over $100 for these two books. Again, you're taking a risk with these because you never know if this is going to turn into something. But I would rather take the chance because if this turns into something, these books are going to be the ones that tend to be the most expensive because they're going to be the hardest to get. Because like I said, right now there are 92 people watching this. That means most of the people watching this cannot get this book because there are only 24 of them in existence other than the one I'm showing you. So my opinion is if you can find that book, pick it up because not many people are going to be able to own that book and definitely worth getting. Because the regular covers are going to have the highest print. And yes, they'll go up in value if there is a TV show and there is a good TV show and there is a lasting TV show. Because remember, lots of times books get picked up and they never see the light of day. Or the show is just so horrible they cancel it before even the finish of one season. So again, I will keep stressing that you are taking risks. But, you know, like they say, you got to spend money to make money. So those are the books that I really think you might want to take the chance on. Definitely that last one. That's the key one that I am thinking has the best potential as far as rarity is concerned. What happens with them, we never know. And Rob Collect says Marvel and Sony just ended their Spider-Man deal. Wow. I'm going to have to check on that. But if that's true, that kind of sucks. Because that means if Spider-Man goes back to Sony, probably not going to be as well as if it was done through Marvel. Without the social justice warrior stuff that they added to them. That's the parts I didn't like. But anyway, we'll have to see. So those are the books I would recommend. If you haven't seen them, just watch from the beginning. I will do today's surprise subscriber shout out. But once again, I'm posting the link if you're interested in my mystery boxes or any of the comics that I have for sale. And I have some key comics. I have Giant Size X-Men #1 up there. I have Batman #121, First Mr. Freeze. I have a Golden Age Captain America, issue number 65, where he slaps Bucky. There's a bunch of key issues. First appearance of Black Widow as a 7.0. So there's some definitely key books, and eventually, if I don't need to sell them, I'm taking them off. So take advantage of it while you can. A couple people have asked me about it, and again, make sure if you're getting them, just make sure you do it before the 15th of next month, because that's when we're going to be moving. So today's surprise subscriber shout out. Let's give it to somebody. We're going to scroll a little bit. If you want to be one, you can hit the subscribe button, but obviously you don't have to. But it's nice to have you aboard. We're going to give this to the Mega Road Project. So the Mega Road Project, you are today's surprise subscriber shout out. If you have your own YouTube channel and you want to promote it when you're at the surprise subscriber shout out, just post a link in this video when it uploads. Everybody give him a little shout out. And once I get situated and everything, I'll go back to responding to all the comments like I normally do. So thank you for being understanding, because I'm just trying to do a lot of the moving. All this packing and stuff, my wife and I are pretty much doing by ourselves. So there's a lot of stress involved, and especially with Luna and everything, I'm sure most of you can understand. But she is, as of now, doing a little bit better. So, and yes, Harvey says a 6.0 does beat a 2.0, especially in grade point average. So if you get a 6.0, you're basically a genius. All right, so that is my video. Thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, your thumbs up will show it. And, all right, so we have Bronx, New York advertising himself, even though he wasn't the surprise subscriber shout-out. But that's okay. Thank you very much, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. Check out all the books I have for sale. Check out my other videos, and don't forget, it is not you, it is not I, it is We Love Comics. Happy collecting, get deals. See you next video.